Hey, y'all, let's cover 4.2. So example A is building linear models from verbal descriptions. Elin is a college student who plans to spend the summer in Seattle. Elin has saved $3,500 for their trip and anticipates spending $400 each week on rent, food, and fun. How can we write a linear model to represent this situation? What would be the x-intercept and what can Elin learn from it? So the linear model I told you in class is that we always try to instead of mx plus b for a linear function, we're going to use f of x is equal to b plus or minus mx, right? Where b is the initial amount. So it's the beginning value or the initial. M is the rate of change, the constant rate of change. It could be positive or negative. If it's positive, it's increasing. If it's negative, it's decreasing. All right. So we've got the function for Elin. We need to understand that this is the money that they have available. Money available after X many weeks, after X number of weeks. And that's equal to the initial amount, which is the $3,500. From that $3,500, they are spending $400 each week. So spending it means they're going to be subtracting from it $400 per week. All right. And X is the weeks. So instead of saying what would be the x-intercept, my question for you would be, when does Elin have to go home? Okay. And that's when Elin runs out of money. So 0 would equal 3,500 minus 400x. And x will give us the number of weeks that Elin can stay there. So we're going to add 400x to both sides. We get 400x is equal to 3,500. Divide both sides by 400. And Elin can stay. Let me calculate real quick. 3,500 divided by 400 is 8.75. So Elin can stay in Seattle for 8.75 weeks. All right. Using a linear model to investigate a town's population. All right. A town's population has been growing linearly. In 2004, the population was 6,200. By 2009, the population grown to 8,100. Assume that the trend continues. Well, what I see here is we have 2 points. All right. In 2004, remember time is always your X. We have 6,200 for population. In 2009, we have a population of 8,100. They want us to predict the population in 2013. Can't do that until we have a function. So for me, I want you to, what is the rate of change? What is the rate of change? You'll have to do this first. And to do that, that's just x1, y1, x2, y2. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. That is your slope. Y sub 2 is 8,100 minus y sub 1, which is 6,200 over 2009 minus 2004. 8,100 minus 6,200 is 1,900 divided by 5. 380. So it's the rate of change is increasing per year. So it's increasing by 380 per year for the population. So the rate for a function, my next question would be is, write a function to represent what's happening. And they started off with 6,200. And they're increasing at 380 per year. Okay, and now they want us to predict the population in 2013. Well, the population is f of x. The x itself is years, number of years after the 6,200, which was 2004. All right. So we want to know what's the population in 2013. Let's do 2023 is what I remember doing. In 2023, this year, I want to know what the population is. So I would take 2023, subtract 2004, and I would get 19. So 19 years after 2004, population, that's the setup for it, 380 times 19 plus 6,200. So it's 6,200 plus 7,220. So the population in 2023 is 13,420. All right. The next question, it says, identify the year in which the population will reach 15,000. Well, you have to understand that f of x means the population, and that x is the number of years after 2004. That you have to have that represented. You have to know that in order to answer this question, because where the f of x is, you're going to substitute 15,000 because that's the representation of the population. And use the rest of the function and solve for x. So we're going to subtract 6,200 from both sides. Nope, that's a 10, so that's an 8, and that's an 8. So 8,800 is equal to, is that right? Yep, 380x. Divide both sides by 380. It's a 3. So 8,800 divided by 380 is 23.1, we'll just say 23.16 is x. Well, x is the number of years after 2004. So 2004 plus 23.16 is 2027. I'm not going to worry about the decimal because that just lets us know it probably happened in February. Is when the population reached 15,000. All right, moving on. Example 2. Anna and Emmanuel start at the same intersection. Anna walks east 4 miles per hour while Emmanuel, I have to draw a picture, east. Anna is walking 4 miles per hour. This is Anna. And Emmanuel is walking at 3 miles per hour. They are communicating with a two-way radio that has a range of 2 miles. And they want to know how long before they're out of radio contact. Well, what you need to see here is this creates a right triangle when they do this. Understanding that the side directly across from the right angle is always C. We can use a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, the Pythagorean theorem, to solve this. It doesn't matter which one's a or b. I'm just going to use it like this. So that's 16t squared plus 9t squared is equal to 4. And that is 25t squared is equal to 4. Divide both sides by 25. So we get t squared is equal to 4 over 25. Take the square root of both sides. Remember, when you do that on the right, you're supposed to put plus or minus, but because this is representing time, time is not negative. This is not, we don't have a DeLorean, so we can't go back in time. So t is equal to 2 over 5. Now, we don't say, hey, it's going to take me 2/5 to be there. It's actually 2/5 of an hour, and an hour has, 1 hour has 60 minutes. So just multiply this 2/5 times 60 minutes, and we get that it is Well, that's gonna be 12 times 2, so that's 24. So in 24 minutes, they will be out of radio contact. What's that? Here, right on. All right. Modeling a set of data with linear functions. Here, we've got two lines and there's one point where they cross and there's only one solution for that. Here, the lines are exactly the same. So what that would look like is something like x plus y is equal to 2 and 2x plus 2y is equal to 4. They're the same exact line. So they have infinitely many solutions. Here, we've got two lines that will never touch. They are parallel lines and they have no solutions. So we come down here. Jamal's choosing between two truck rental companies. And I'm going to relabel these because it makes me crazy to use this big thing. One is U-Haul. And the other one is Budget. Those are names we've all heard at some point or another. So U-Haul charges an upfront fee of $20. So U of X is equal to $20. Using the F of X is equal to B plus MX. So 20 is the initial value plus 59 cents per mile. And X is my miles. Budget has an upfront fee of $16 and then 63 cents per mile. When will U-Haul be a better choice for Jamal? Well, initially, Budget's going to be the cheaper one because it has only a $16 upfront cost. At some point, they are going to be the exact same price. And then after that, U-Haul is going to be the better choice because it's increasing at a much lower rate than Budget is. Okay, so where are they equal? Let's find out. 20 plus 0.59x is equal to 16 plus 0.63x. I'm just going to solve for x. Subtract 16 from both sides. I get 4 plus 0.59x is equal to 0.63x. Subtract 59 cents times x on both sides. And we get 4 is equal to 0.04x. Divide both sides by 0.04. And x equals 100. So if you were just taking a truck across Jamestown, Budget's your guy. That's who you want to go with. But if you're going from Jamestown to Rochester, you're going to want to go with U-Haul because that's more than 100 miles. So U-Haul is the better choice after 100 miles. All right. Last one. When hired at a new job selling jewelry, you're given two pay options. One is option A with a base salary of $17,000 a year and a commission of 12% of your sales. Option B is a base salary of 20 grand with a commission of 5% sales. How much jewelry would you need to sell for option A to produce a larger income? This is just like the last one. Let's go. A of X is initial amount is 17,000 plus a commission of 12% of your sales. Option B is $20,000 plus 5% of your sales. All right, let's set them equal and see at what point option A is better. Because initially option B is paying more. All right, I'm going to subtract 17,000 from both sides. I'm just going to go ahead and move the 0.05 over as well. So 0.07x is equal to 3,000. And what does that come out to? 3,000 divided by 0.05. 0.07. I have to divide both sides by 0.07. And X is equal to $42,857. It's an 8 and 14 cents. So you would need to sell more than $42,857.14. Get your dollar sign for option A to produce a larger income. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.